So let me show you what I'm doing with this pork. Okay, I am going to stir it up a little bit. And see, it's got some juice in there. But, you know, that's going to be waste. It's not really what I'm going to bring to the table. I'm not bringing that to the table. This is what I'm bringing to the table, because this is what's cooking. Alright? On a serious note, that's what's going to the table. Alright, so why don't we check out what Rose Ultimate's doing and finish off these brownies right here.
Well, I gotta finish mixing it, because actually the oven is done preheating.
Okay, so while you're doing that, why don't I go over here and
oil my pan.
I'm gonna put a little bit of oil in this pan here. And see what I'm doing is I'm just coating this pan with oil so the stuff doesn't stick. It's not rocket science. It's just
you can do it every day.
You can do stuff every day. You can do it at home. You know, it's a good time. And so I get a little bit of a paper towel in here like that. And see what happens is the oil coats on the inside. And I'm sure that it says use cooking spray or some a certain brand. Use my stuff. Give me $1. Like I need your stuff. Let me sell you something. No, just grab some oil and a paper towel, okay? But they're not going to tell you that because they want money. And so that's the problem. Is that what we got going on over here is the same thing. Don't spend extra money. You don't have to. Okay, so there you go. That's all coated. What's going on with your brownies?
These are pretty much done mixed.
Okay, well then let's put them in here. Let's see what you got.
Okay. Get all of my fingers. I'm gonna take this spoon and just put this all in this spoon. Yep.
Those look like they're going to be thick, fudgy, vanilla, apple, cinnamon brownies. Whoa!
Bam!
That's bacon right there. Bacon, bacon, bacon.
I feel like having some bacon right now.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be our next show, right? And we're going to do we'll do some apple bacon, right?
Bacon.
Yeah, the apple chicken. That chicken that we're talking about?
Oh, yeah,
with the bacon? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, watch.
So y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here first, right? We're gonna do the episode with the chicken and the bacon, right?
Chicken wrapped bacon with
bacon wrapped chicken. What is it?
Chicken wrapped bacon.
Chicken wrapped bacon, good one. And with apple. Yeah. Applesauce.
We say everything backwards here, so.
Okay. That looks good. Now into the oven that goes, right? Because the oven's already ready for it. All right. Let me get a close up on that. Let's see what the light on. Put
the light on it.
Oh yeah, that's nice. So what kind of apple did you use? You want to tell us what kind of apple you used? Show us the apple. What do you got? Another one? Let's see what kind of apple you used.
I used a regular red apple.
Is that a red apple?
Yes.
Alright, it's a gala apple?
Yeah, it's a gala apple.
Gala apple. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Alright, so that's what's in there, the brownie. And in the oven it goes.
Okay.
And the oven is what, 350?
Yes. Preheat the oven at 350.
Okay.
Well, that's it with This is Bacon. Bye.
Welcome back to What's Cooking with Frank and Rose Ultimate. Okay, so what I have over here are these beans. Now, I'm not really going to refry them. I'm just going to cook them in a pan. That's what I call it. I don't know what they mean when they say refry, fry, boil. To me, it's just a bunch of beans, right? So here's what's going on. This, is, to the best of my knowledge, is just beans that I'm frying in a pan. It's a frying pan, they're beans, right? Now, if I was going to refry them, then they would start getting mushy and I'd have to mash them up. So I'm not really mashing them up. I'm kind of, just, I don't want them to be smushy, but I don't want them real hard either. You shouldn't have to chew on your beans like it's, something that's going to break your tooth. And when these onions, see, as soon as these onions cook down a little bit and they're not real sharp, and they look like they've incorporated some of their flavor into the beans, then I'm going to say that they're good. Now I'm thinking about putting some garlic in there, but I'm not gonna put a whole bunch. We got a little bit of garlic, okay? And everyone loves garlic. It's a good flavor for the beans, and there's not a whole lot going on in there that's gonna, it's gonna overpower everything. Yeah, right. And so I'm not gonna. The main flavor in here is gonna be the serrano chili and the onion. This garlic is gonna be kind of like a background flavor. Right? It's gonna be there.
Like you can barely taste
There's
it.
gonna be a hint of this garlic, but not much. See, and I'm mincing the garlic in situ. And basically that's what I'm doing right here. I'm cutting it down. And that's enough here. Okay, so just a little bit of garlic.
Not that much.
No.
Because if you put too much garlic, then it's overpowering.
Right, okay, so let's check out what's going on with this pork. Alright, and so these are these strips of pork that we cut from the local carniceria. And it was puerco al pastor. I think that's
yeah, I think so.
Puerco al pastor. And the other one, the pork chops, it was from Food for Less. And so this one is actually from a local market here in Los Angeles, California. And so what they did is they seasoned it up for us. And I'm smelling the flavor. It's paprika, it's onion. There's probably a little bit of chili pepper, but not much. And that pork, the smell of that pork, smell that. That's the smell of pork.
Ooh.
Food of the Americans. Everybody likes
This
pork.
one's probably Mexican, I'm guessing.
Mexican, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because with the beans and the potato.
Yeah, oh yeah. This is definitely, see these beans right here, they're starting to do their thing. And these potatoes over here, they're waiting. They want to be eaten. Okay?
They're like, eat me.
Yeah, we're gonna take this. Let's take this over to the table now because I think that they're hot enough, and we're gonna have a salad also. All right. So I'm gonna start preparing the salad, and I'm gonna make it in a bowl. Actually.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 ingredients in a salad.
This stuff's going back. This is going back to the fresh food area. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to over here I have my cutting board that I've washed because you don't want pork juice all over everything.
Exactly.
No, not good. Okay, and so you just wash it off a little bit. It's fine. And I have a lemon and I have a lime. You're like, well, which one? They both go good together. No, we're going to do both. And so what I'm doing is I'm just wedging these together. And always, I put the flat side down. Little things like that will help out, especially if you got kids at home and they want to cook with you. What you want to do is teach them some of the basics, like how much easier it is to slice things when you got the flat side down. Okay, especially if they're ripe, because ripe things are softer and they have a tendency kids can cut themselves on. And so be very careful. There's another way of doing it like this. Can you get this? Are you watching this?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Okay, so like this, but that's a little bit trickier for that. Alright, so what we have here is some wedged lemons and limes. We're going to use those on the side of the dish, and you can squeeze them on top of your food if you want. We're also going to have a salad. Okay, and with the salad, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these tomatoes, and I'm also going to cut them into these wedges, similar to what I did with the. Well, this knife is dull. Yeah, it's not working. Need another one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, much better, is I'm cutting these up so that I can put them over the top of the salad. Oh yeah, that's a sharp knife.
You can tell when it's sharp.
Yeah.
Like, it has that certain feeling.
Yeah, well, it's easier to cook when you have good tools. Okay, alright, so these are going to go on top of the salad, and so is this avocado. Now, if you don't like avocado, don't worry about it. But it's a lot of people use it on top of a small salad, and they put that on the side of a dish like pork.
I still don't understand how you do you have to hit it so hard, hit the seed so hard to get it to stick on the knife or something?
Yeah, it's one of those things, and it's just you get it with some experience. Now I'm slicing these up kind of thin, and this cutting board is just for vegetables right here. And so the reason why is because I don't want to cross-contaminate. A lot of people they are super worried about things and they over-sterilize them. that's bad too, because believe it or not, there's bacteria all over us and everywhere, and it's good. It's not a problem. And so when you over sterilize things, you actually lose some of the benefit of having acquired immunity. You want to pick up some of that bacteria.
Wow, that's a lot of. That looks like a lot when you cut it up.
Yeah, it is. It is. So now the lettuce, okay, and this is just a regular head of lettuce, nothing too special. Some of this stuff on the outside, I mean, it's okay, and I'll probably use it later. And stuff on the inside, it's okay. But what I really want to get is this right here.
The middle stuff.
Yeah, this stuff right here. Now that's good. It's a good salad. Okay, that's a good salad cut right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife, the sharper one, and I'm going to cut it. Sometimes I rip up my lettuce when I'm going to make a salad. And these salads are actually going to go on the plate. They're not going to have their separate bowl with the salad dressing and all this and that. And that's kind of what the limes are for. And you can eat it like on the plate. Let me give you a little bit of an example. Here we have some plates over here, and I'm actually going to start this plating with you right here. But first,
nice plate.
Come on over here. Let's see what's cooking. All right. So why don't we quickly go to commercial,